I'm now inside this nursery located in Garissa in Kenya's northeastern region. This town was affected by a terror attack in the year 2015, but that is no longer the narrative. The story here is how these young people in this region, led by Abdikadir, are turning their town green, even as the drought continues to affect the people and their livelihoods, which is mostly livestock and agriculture.
My name is Abdikadir Hassan. I am the CEO and founder of Garissa Million Trees. And I come from northern Kenya, where it's an arid and semi-arid, and we are falling victim most of the time because of drought. We've been having a prolonged drought. The reason why I've started Garissa Million Trees is to bridge the gap between the population that is depending much on trees and what the future holds on. So for every tree that is cut, how do we go and replace it? Because there's also change of livelihood from pastoralism to agro-pastoralism. How do we also create that platform for transition? Tree planting is a very tedious job, but for me it has given me full-time job. It is my day-to-day work. So I find it very fun and I enjoy. For me, tree planting is a passion, it's a career, and it's my profession. So they all go together. It started back in high school, even back in childhood. And I used to be involving myself in a lot of activities, farming activities, livestock activities, even after high school, in high school, out of school, and higher learning as well. It turned out to be my career.
These tree planting and environmental conservation initiatives carried out by Abdikadir is one of the new trends that are being experienced in this town and in this region, even as the drought continues to affect the locals here and their livelihoods.
What we're doing is potting. The name of this tree is Terminalia catapa. It grows majority along the coastal line, but also does well in this region. It has fruits that are edible. It can also be used as a shade tree, and it can also be used to feed our livestock. So these are some of the tree species that we are promoting. The reason why we're doing these trees is because we want to replace every tree that is cut down. And one, we have fruit trees. We're talking about issue to do with food security. We talk about indigenous trees, where the pastoral communities who also need pasture for their livestock. And right now there's extreme drought, the second phase of the drought, which is a long one. And most of the people are losing their livestock. They're losing their only source of livelihood. And because of that, in future, how are we going to avoid this?
Human activities, among many other activities that have affected the environment in Kenya's northeastern region, have been blamed for the continuous famine which affects the lives and the livelihoods of people in this area. But thanks to the tree planting and environmental conservation initiatives by young people like Abdikadir, the people in this area are now optimistic about their future, even as farmers and the locals in this area have started turning the environment green and investing a lot in tree planting, thanks to the initiatives of young people like Abdikadir.
This is our main nursery, and it is subdivided into subsections. On this side, we have fruit trees. On this side, we have indigenous tree species, and on the extreme end, we have exotic tree species. Planting trees and livelihood going in hand. Our target is to plant 10 million trees for a period of 10 years. And right now, Garissa Million Trees will be celebrating 10th anniversary next year. And we see we have really transformed environment in northern Kenya. We have contributed to the tree cover in this area, and we are very proud. We've also given jobs to young people, transformed their livelihood, improved their socio-economic welfare. And that is what we do and what we long to achieve. And we're even going to expand into more counties of this country. But our focus right now is to put more positive impact on the environment in the northern counties of Kenya, which all of them are dryland. This is West Lemon, and the process we use is when we get
When we get it from the farms, we store it inside water for a minimum period of up to 1 month. Like this year alone, from the month of January to April this year, we have we've had lemon around 2 tons, and this is one of the processes. From here, we remove the seeds, which we bring them here for dry. What we do, we get the lemon waste from different places. We get it from the farms. We also get it from the local market, because some of it gets spoiled, and instead of it being thrown into the dustbin or even it be thrown into the town, what we do is we have young people who we've given them jobs, and their work is to collect fruits for us, and then from here we come and do sorting to different states depending on the state of the fruits, and then we store it inside water. If it's ready for removing the fruits, the seeds, we remove the seeds, and then the next step is drying. So once we dry, we take it to our seed bed for propagation.
It has not rained, there are no rains, people are losing their livestock, people are losing their jobs, the food yield has also gone down. Even for us, the seeds that we do collect from the bushes is also, the production, the yield is very low, and that is a very big threat to our environment. If we don't take part in restoring our environment, in protecting our environment, then it's going to be a challenge. Because of this now, Garissa Million trees, our key priority, 1 is to plant trees, and secondly is to transform livelihoods.
This nursery gives hope that indeed it is a bright future for the locals in this place and for the environment, with such activities that are now overtaken the previous human activities, such as cutting of trees for other use, which have caused the long-lasting and recurrent drought and famine. Human activities have in the past been blamed for the recurrent drought and famine, which has affected thousands of families and their livestock. With the engagement of young people like Abdikadir and their dedication to environmental conservation, there is indeed a light at the end of the tunnel for locals in this region.
For me, as a young person, the greatest inspiration is by late Wangari Maathai, being the first African woman to be given Nobel Peace Prize. And the late Wangari Maathai was an environmental icon. And for me, I'm looking forward to wear her shoes. But I think I have also a long way to go as a young person. But I also want to be the only young person from northern Kenya who has tried to fit into her shoes, or even higher, maybe if not Nobel Peace Prize, but to go for a global environmental award.